For the past few weeks, influenza, better known as the flu, has been on the radar for many. But there is another virus that is hitting hard and affecting others, and that is the virus known as the norovirus. Here inside of Proust, where the candlelight vigil has just finished to remember victims and survivors due to suicide. But this event has not been the only event that has been promoted during the week. Ball State students have been busy spreading the word. When people turn on the televisions and look in their newspapers, they can't help to see the negativity that deals with men. But TBW gives hope to men on Ball State campus to make a difference. There are 23,000 to 100,000 people that are trafficked into the United States. Women and children are affected by human trafficking because they are vulnerable and they lack the power that they need in other countries. The Cardinal Cash Task Force is looking to bring Cardinal Cash right here to the village. 1,100 college students are affected by suicide every year. In Muncie, Morgan Webster, Newslink, Indiana.
Ball State students came out to support the International Justice Mission by doing Zumba for 2 hours.
You pay. That's perfect.
Students danced their way for the victims that are still enslaved today.
And so what we're doing right now is dancing for freedom because that's what we're going to do.
Becca Schaefer, the vice president, explains why IJM is important to her.
The International Justice Mission is important to me because human trafficking is a major issue in our world today. There are 27 million slaves in the world, and so the International Justice Mission is working to do something about that in ways that are effective. So they're not just going in and rescuing people, but they're looking at the systems and the structures and what is supporting the trafficking of people around our world, and let's make sure we get the root cause as well as the symptoms.
There are 23,000 to 100,000 people that are trafficked into the United States. Women and children are affected by human trafficking because they are vulnerable and they lack the power that they need in other countries.
While students danced for freedom, others appreciated what IJM is standing for.
I think it's a really good organization for just getting the word out about slavery.
Chris Kozak, the president of IJM at Ball State, shares the key things for understanding human trafficking.
Educate yourself, tell your friends, say this has been made by slaves. A lot of chocolate in the US is made by slaves. Let's not buy this anymore. Let's go buy something that's been made by people who are free, who are being paid a living wage.
IJM is leading the way to stop and inform people about slavery and human trafficking and how it can be prevented. In Muncie, Morgan Webster, Newslink, Indiana.
Here inside of Proust, where the candlelight vigil has just finished to remember victims and survivors due to suicide. But this event has not been the only event that has been promoted during the week. Ball State students have been busy spreading the word. The whole week, SGA and the Alive campaign have been raising awareness of self-injury and suicide prevention. Monday, they were at the Scramble Light handing out awareness ribbons and had a QPR training at the Teachers College. Tuesday, they were at the Student Center in the Tally. Brandon Besevic from the Alive campaign talks about why the Alive campaign decided to promote a topic that some are not willing to talk about.
It's a very blacklisted topic, obviously. It's uncomfortable. People don't like to talk about it. But that's why we're opening it more up to, instead of just a suicide awareness and prevention organization, we're trying to make it more of a life appreciation. We want to show that there is hope out there and that there is reasons to live. And you don't have to feel like you're alone, because if you look at our board now, even though there's not that many on there, there's a lot of people that have the same reasons to live.
The SGA and the Alive campaign had a hand tree in the Student Center where students could write what their reason to live is.
All the club members and a couple SGA people have the official "What's your reason to live" shirt. That's the big question that we always ask people.
Students could also tweet their reason to live on Twitter by using the hashtag reason to live. Carmen Diaz, the executive director of the Live campaign, explains why this event is so important to her.
When I was 10 years old, I lost my dad to suicide. When I was 16, I also lost my uncle to suicide. And in my senior year of high school, I lost one of my close friends.
Also at the table, students could pick up free pamphlets with information explaining how to survive after suicide loss.
Free bracelets and Alive campaign stickers were also on display.
I think the biggest goal of this week is to break down the barriers and silence the negative stigma.
1,100 college students are affected by suicide every year. In Muncie, Morgan Webster, NewsLink, Indiana.